Greetings. It's your boy
Oh,
Easy.
man.
Man.
It's your boy, Ryan.
And you're listening, watching, viewing, ingesting, taking in, just putting it all together, putting it in your body. Turtle soup. Oh, that's yes, in more ways than one.
Chug jugging.
Chug jugging. And
That's what they call that.
Oh, okay,
What the
good.
kids call
I
it.
didn't know that there was a term for it. I had other terms for it. I didn't know the kids were calling it something. But yeah, this is the world's only community-supported podcast dedicated to the ongoing journey of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all the way from the beginning until Ernest saves the podcast. You know what I mean, Vern?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
He would stumble into it. He could do it. He could save the podcast.
Oh, absolutely. If anyone
No
can.
doubt.
If the Turtles, if you can't count, you can count on the Turtles, but
Sure.
you can also
April
count on
told us that.
Ernest. Like
Yeah,
that's
you can.
just, yeah,
He'll get the job done.
get the job done. I mean, hands down. So, yeah, and another thing that he would obviously do if he was still around, he'd probably have a YouTube channel like we do. And
without a doubt.
Yeah, if he doesn't already, but he would still be doing stuff because unfortunately, R.I.P. But yeah, we are on YouTube here with y'all. For those of you who are watching us with your eyeballs, yeah, and so thank you for being here. And we are just, I don't know what I'm saying. It's been so long since we've done this. It's been a minute. So yeah, I'm getting back in the groove. But if you hit the bell icon, all that stuff that everyone says, subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff, it actually does help. It's like there's a screen we log into and it shows like little fireworks and stuff. And then that the beatings will stop the more that happens.
Don't you want us to see more fireworks and less beatings?
Precisely. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just humans.
I mean,
like
that's all we are, just like y'all.
You
like
know?
there is very little that separates us. And
Very little.
Yeah, but and when you contribute to the podcast by liking and subscribing and doing all of that, not just on YouTube, anywhere that you can have the option to. You can be out walking the streets and see a subscribe to Turtle Soup thing and do that. That's still connecting us. And we are basically becoming one flesh, like people do when they get married when we do that. I don't know if y'all knew this. And so, yeah, there's a lot more to it than just the like, subscribe, comment. There's just a deeper resonance.
A lot goes into it.
A lot goes into it. But you know what else a lot goes into? Our Patreon. We have a Patreon. And by a lot, I mean all of our patrons contribute not just their blood, sweat, and tears, which we have tiers for that where you can donate.
Yeah, you can literally, you can decide, is it just blood and sweat?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
It's like the car that car commercial where you can choose your down payment and your monthly payment. It's the same thing, but with fluids.
Yeah.
And
correct.
Yes. So Patreon, they are the lifeblood of Turtle Soup. Like they just keep
us going,
keep the lights on, and just everything that we do is because of our patrons. Like we need to have our own. They need to have their own day. To be honest with you, like that we got to do something about that. Like
like some kind of like patron day.
Yeah,
like
patron day. Patron day sounds
patron
great.
day.
Yeah, it
does.
Patronotic. That's what it sounds like. And so and two specific patrons, Jake Niehaus and Duncan Gale, have done so much for the show. Just
long
being
times
there for us, like all kinds of stuff. So we thank you guys so much for that. And if you want to be a patron, you can hop on over to patreon.com, find Turtle Soup Dumb and make it a podcast, and you can help us out. And that means a lot to us. And so, but what else means a lot to us is the journey, Ryan. And
the journey.
I think you know where we're at today.
Well, walking erect since the day we met. Turtle Soup is still on the journey. Today, we are covering Mirage, TMNT Volume 4, Issue 9 from April 2003.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's got I'm just gonna tell you, it's got one revelation that knocked my sock clean off. You know what I mean? Like, normally with no homework zone, there's no time for socks.
There's no time.
And that's something you get if you're on the Patreon,
right?
And you understand, you'll understand what that means. But like, I didn't have the time or the availability of socks when I saw that revelation hit in that issue 9. So, just know that's coming up. You know what I mean? Like, keep you better keep your socks gripped on. You know what I mean? Like both hands.
Gripping
You
your
know what I
pillow
mean?
tight.
Because like,
you know what I mean?
when we turn that page, if you ain't read this comic yet, you're gonna be blown out of the water. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? So
Oh yeah.
there's that. But God, it's been so long. I feel like, um, so what's going on with me? It's funny. So like, I've been kind of like, I've been taking care of a lot of stuff around the house. Well, we've been working on the new Paperback Whale EP. That's been like
Oh yeah.
my biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have everything done but vocals at this point.
Okay.
So been doing a lot of that. Doing Alicia's been out of town for like a ton of book stuff, you
Mm.
know, so that always kind of makes things kind of drag by a little bit because
Yeah.
when the kids are in school, it's like gotta make sure they get to school, gotta make sure dinner's good, gotta do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you kind of, retreat back into your shell a little bit. You
Oh,
know what
of
I mean?
course.
Like that definitely happens where you kind of start doing more things for comfort.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of, so you're like, oh, you know what? Like, why am I going to get this like creative thing started or anything? I'm just going to play a video game or I'm just going
Right.
to like kind of chill and watch a show or something. So between all that and then, yeah, getting stuff done around the house, the biggest thing that's going on now is we're finally processing a ton of the wood that fell during Milton,
Ah.
including the gigantic tree in the back of my yard that
Mm-hmm.
uh people had to cut and come and cut away from the power lines.
Oh, geez.
They
Yeah.
didn't cut. So basically, my mom and dad came over. August was helping, and we chopped up a bunch of it. I even built like a little lattice kind of pallet thing on the side of my shed to like
Yeah.
hold all the wood in place
Oh,
and
that's
keep it off
cool.
the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we processed a bunch of that. We're actually renting a log splitter
Yeah. Ooh.
from Home Depot. It's like a hydraulic
Oh, okay.
log
I
splitter
didn't know if that
thing to
was a
see if we
guy or
can.
not. Like if that was just a
Oh,
guy.
just a guy. She's like,
Just
come on here,
he
Larry the
brings his
log
blue.
splitter,
He
like
brings his blue ox with him, and yeah, they just.
yeah, there you go. So we've been doing that. Let me see. And then yeah, I am going to try to cut down the remaining part of the tree, the main trunk and stuff that they didn't cut down.
Oh, okay.
So I've been going to YouTube U on how to fell trees.
Mm.
I got a nice chainsaw, but I got a Rancher 450 for anyone who's curious. But it only has like I think it's a 24-inch bar,
Oh,
and it's
ew.
not long enough to get through the tree in one go because
Okay.
the tree's wider than that.
Right.
So a lot of stuff. I had to watch a lot of videos on that, but yeah, I'm excited to get all that going. And damn, I feel like you're gonna knock me out of the water with what's been going on with you, but
Oh,
that's been about it for me. Like
well,
it's been pretty down to basics right now
well,
around the
you're
Guy household.
you're doing art, you're doing woodworking. I mean, like you're providing for your
Yeah.
family. Like that's a lot of stuff. That's some real deal Holyfield right there.
Mm-mm.
Well, speaking of trees, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this story, but the other day, my wife and like we had speaking of the debris from the hurricanes, we
Yeah.
had a pile in the back for a while that we were planning on burning. Well, my
Yeah.
wife occasionally will have like a flight of fancy, and I love it because it's like spontaneous. Like she just will do it, and I'm like, okay. I come home and I'm like, oh, I guess we're starting a fire, and
Okay.
just takes the lighter fluid and is just like, yeah, making it rain. And
Gotta watch out with that, man.
and I'm just letting her. I'm just standing back, and I'm like, I'm here for the show. And I voice one concern. I say, I don't. I go, you know my voice of concern.
Oh,
That
oh yeah.
uh, that's it.
Mhm.
And so I was like,
That's it.
and I told myself, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be the guy that just has memories of me being a wet blanket, like being the thing that
Sure,
like
sure.
stifles something. I want to have memories of like my
Yeah.
wife and
And
I
like
doing
these are
cool
the
shit.
moments of our lives. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
you
Yes.
like these are what make memories. We're out here to make memories. Today,
Precisely.
you know what I mean?
Precisely. So everything's going fine. The flame is like just massive. It looks like Burning Man. It's just insane.
Mm.
And then we look up, and some of the embers have gotten into the tree behind us, and that was terrifying. So we very quickly stayed there for 2 hours and sprayed that tree down with water immediately. Just kept doing it. But it's that whole idea of like, when do you call the fire department? Like, yeah, some
Yeah.
might say immediately. Others, I don't know. And My first thought
So
is
so so wait, so some of the embers had gotten up in the tree above and it was on fire?
so yes, the one of
There
the
was fire?
trees, yes, there was, you could see smoke and light coming from the inside of the tree. And so yes, because like some of the part that got caught on fire was like dead, and so yeah, it was harrowing.
Wait.
The whole tree wasn't dead, but there was like a branch that had kind of been like hollowed out, or that was like
Oh,
broken
like
off.
and
But
it was like hanging over
not
where you were
necessarily,
burning?
not necessarily, but enough to where the wind was blowing the embers.
Oh.
And it was like, oh, but we just thought it was ash. Like we just thought, oh, okay,
Uh-huh.
whatever. And yeah, but then nope. And so yeah, so we were just like dousing that whole tree for 2
Oh my
hours
God,
after.
dude.
This is like 7 at night. And yeah, it was, we're like, we finally kept checking it like every 30 minutes to be like, all right, there's no smoke. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. But yeah, that was
Jesus.
terrifying.
Yeah,
but
sounds terrifying.
oh yeah. But then other than that, my life has been consumed with Fortnite, Ryan.
Oh man.
I I am not unfamiliar with Fortnite. I am very much a
Sure.
fan of the characters such as Peely and Beef Boss. Like the character design for that game is amazing, and
Oh, it's great.
it's one
Yeah.
of the few things that reignited my like I still stay excited about action figures. I mean, I do. I just because that's just me. But
Yeah.
when those figures came out, I was like, it was like a spark of like, this is a brand new thing. I have no idea what's going to happen next. And it was just this exciting time till Hasbro bought it and killed it. But
Yeah.
but that being said, I never actually played the game that much. I think I tried it out for a second, and then I just was like, I'll get back to this, and I never did. Well, your boy is also a mark for The Simpsons, a show you might have seen or heard of. But for those millennials, or what are they, Gen Zs?
Gen Z, yeah.
Any Gen Z we got
Gen,
listening?
Gen Alpha. I mean,
Gen Alpha,
yeah.
any of y'all, the Rick and Morty's that y'all have got, like you wouldn't have that if you didn't have The Simpsons. Let's just say that. That's what, at least that's what some of the kids at church told me. So yeah, and I agree. But yeah, they changed the whole thing to where it's like Springfield, and it's you're running around Springfield.
It's pretty. So August has been playing it, and
okay,
because he's been on and off, kind of on and off of Fortnite over the years,
Yeah.
and he used to be like really into it. And yeah, he started playing it again. And I saw it was like, yeah, the Springfield stuff is really cool. Like
your boy doesn't usually spend money on video games to buy things. I paid $7.50 so that I could get the battle pass. $7.50, and it was the best $7.50 I've ever spent that in recent knowledge. So yeah, I could be Peely as a Simpsons character, like drawn as the Simpsons. That was delightful. Eventually you unlock him as Professor Frink, but he's Peelfessor Frink. Oh, you get Homer, Marge, you get Homer as the devil, like he's in his devil costume.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You get stupid sexy Flanders and Flanders. Marge is a witch as well. And there's somebody else you get, I forget. But yeah, I was elated. I would just run around shooting people. It was fantastic. And yeah, so that has taken over my free time the last 3 weeks.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, it was doing wonders for my mental illness, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, that's been consuming me. And then the other thing is that, you know, it's that time of year. It's Black Friday, but unfortunately I'm poor, so I'm not gonna be getting anything, I don't think. But at the same time, there's not much else going on. So to kind of like condition myself to get excited about this time of year again, I'm trying to watch movies and get into the holiday spirit. And you're familiar with movies, right? You've seen movies before, right?
A couple
of
those moving pictures.
Yeah,
you know, they talk
the talkies.
about.
Yeah. So there's been one that I've been wanting to see for like a year, and Netflix put it out, and I was like, all right, Christmas movie. Here we go. Let's do it. Well, one of our cool uncles has a thing that I'm engaged with, and it wouldn't let us do it, but I found a way to do it this year. Finally got to watch Hot Frosty. Are you familiar with Hot Frosty?
No, I'm not. I am not.
Oh my
What is
goodness.
that?
Hot Frosty. What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I think
If I had to
it's
tell
like
you it's a Christmas movie, it's a rom-com and it's called Hot Frosty.
it's a rom-com called Hot Frosty. I mean, I would assume it is about a female Frosty the Snowman who is dummy thick. That would be my assumption.
I mean, you're not off base. It's about a small town. Let me paint the picture for you. Small town.
Okay.
Single girl lost her husband to cancer. Goes into a thrift store. They just got a red scarf, and the red scarf happens to be the same one that the owner of the thrift store put on when she met the love of her life, who was her husband. So she gives it to the small town girl.
So this is a Hallmark movie.
It's a Netflix movie, so it's a little different.
Okay.
So they take the girl takes the scarf and is like, okay, fine. Immediately goes out and finds a snowman, but he's actually carved to look like a hot snowman, like a shirtless dude, because there was a snowman contest
Oh my
the day
God.
before. She puts it on him and then leaves, and he ends up becoming a man and is naked. So then he runs around and he's streaking, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh,
He ends up falling into the thrift store window and then steals some clothes. Well, he steals a shirt in his name, the name tag that says Jack on it. And so then, long story short, he meets the girl again. They have this like fish out of water thing, and that's essentially what it is. But everyone's in love with him because apparently he's like super ripped and super hot. And they go to the dock.
okay.
Hilarity ensues. And now, mind you, it's not like best comedy. It's a cheesy love story. But
Sure.
but
Is Hot Frosty does Hot Frosty have the mind of a newborn child?
very much so. Not a newborn
'Cause-
child, but one that doesn't. Someone who knows how to do things, but doesn't understand what things are. Just fish out of water.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's
You talk about creating life. I mean, that's essentially what's happened here. So I'm like, what do you come equipped with if you're a Hot Frosty?
there's a lot of suspension of disbelief and other logic.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But that's the joy of Christmas, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's the thing that
Yeah.
makes the holiday green and bright and gay.
And makes us don our gay apparel.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
but so I turned off every part of my brain that questions anything, and I enjoyed
Sure.
the hell out of it. It was so much fun because I'm
Yeah.
just cackling, and now you got to understand, this is kind of a little bit of a placebo too, because like I wanted to do this, I wanted to enjoy this, and I allowed myself to, and it's fun. But also Craig Robinson, he played Doug Judy on Reno 911, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And then there's another cop from that. They're both cops in this movie, and
That's cool.
they're hilarious. So yeah, it was just fun. But I've been running around saying Hot Frosty like Rock Lobster for the last year, like Hot Rock Frosty.
That's awesome.
And so finally got to see it, and it made my night. Like, it was wonderful.
So wait, so finally got to see it. So had you heard about this movie?
Oh yes, I heard about it last year when it was new, when it came out, because I'm like, that name sounds obnoxious. I gotta watch this, and I couldn't. We don't have Netflix, so I found a way to get to it, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought you were just like, oh, this just dropped on Netflix and we watched it.
No. It's
But
about a year old
the
now.
fact that I mean, that's the most Eric Crosby thing that could happen.
Oh yeah.
Is that Eric hears about a cheesy, ridiculous rom-com Christmas movie a year ago, and then Christmas comes around and he's like, man, I really want to see it, and then finds like, a cool uncle ass backwards way to watch that cheesy movie instead of having Netflix anyway.
Yeah.
And waited a whole year to watch it, because if there's anything that is 100% Eric Crosby, it is delayed fulfillment.
Oh, yes.
That is that delayed gratification, the delayed fulfillment of something. That is like, it goes all the way down to cheesy rom-coms on Netflix, which I love.
I gotta tell you, I think you and Alicia, your wife, will appreciate it because if
Oh,
you
I guarantee you. Yeah, I guarantee you we
because
would.
it's obnoxious. Oh, the main girl, I forget her name. She's not Linda Cardellini. She's not Jennifer Love Hewitt. She's somewhere in between those two. Like
Okay.
just that's how my brain registers. She was in Mean Girls. She was one
Okay.
of the Mean Girls. But
Okay.
she comes into her house and the TV's on and it's Freaky Friday, but it's the new one, I think, with Lindsay
Oh,
Lohan.
sure.
And
Yeah.
she's like, "Hey, I think I went to school with that girl." And you're like, "This takes place in the Mean Girls universe now, I guess." Yeah, it's wild.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and
Huh.
it was ridiculous. But that being said, like I know you love, and we don't have to stay too long on this, but I know you love A Christmas Story, right? Like that's a
Oh yeah, that's my like everyone's got their Christmas go-to movie, and A Christmas Story is mine. That I fall on that side of the fence. Yeah.
yeah. No, we watched it not too long ago, and I was like, oh, I love this. I'd never seen it, and yeah, I really dug
Man,
it.
it it just rewards more viewing.
Yeah,
That's the thing about A Christmas Story. That's where I put my, everyone's got theirs, whether it's Home Alone. I mean, you name all the different movies.
right.
I'm gonna I can't speak to a lot of people that have seen, like, I've seen Home Alone, like, obviously a handful of times because, I'm cool. And, all the other Christmas movies and stuff. But, like, A Christmas Story really rewards more watches. There is a lot of little shit happening in that movie. A
Yeah,
lot of, like, little stuff in the background, a lot of, like, inside jokes. And the thing about that movie, and if anybody hasn't seen it, it's almost hard to imagine you haven't. But even if you have, and it was just on cable or on broadcast, and you just watched it and didn't give a shit and whatever, so you've seen it, but you haven't really sat down to see it. That movie unlocks so well when you realize how much attention they paid to the fact that Ralphie, the main character, is an unreliable narrator.
oh
Like the
yeah,
entire, like, he's telling you the story of this one particular Christmas where he got this, you really wanted this BB gun.
yeah,
But if you go back, literally everything in the movie is unreliable.
right.
Like the movie, I think sometimes people think it feels weird. Like, something is like, I've heard people that don't really like it say that, like, it just feels like off,
Yeah,
right? And they're like, it just feels like kind of off and weird. But, like, my answer to that is, like, when you realize, like, for example, one of my favorite, like, scenes with this, where it's kind of like obviously exaggerated memory. And again, it's not even played for a joke, it's just there. So when there's a scene where him and his brother Randy are taken to see Santa Claus, and he's at the department store,
right.
right? Now, this is like the 30s, okay? Like, this is the 30s, like, going to I want to say that they're supposed to live somewhere outside of Chicago, like in
Okay.
the suburbs out there somewhere.
Yeah,
So it's a pretty small little outset town. They're not in Chicago proper. They go to this department store, and there's a little bit of a gag where, like, they're like, "Oh man, this line's really long," and they go and they stand in the line. And then this guy's like, "Hey kid, what are you doing? Line's back there." And it does this shot where the line of people, and they're only kids,
yeah,
to see Santa Claus
right.
is apocalyptically long. Like, it's obvious that they shot this in, like, a warehouse and they
Right.
made it up or something, because it is way too big to be a department store for the time.
Right.
The line is, like, again, if it was in, like, a cartoon, it would be like you could draw it as long as you want, but that's a
Right.
shot with,
Yeah.
like, literally hundreds of kids in line, which is ridiculous for the era and the time.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Yeah. No.
and then when they finally get to Santa Claus, there's he is sitting on top of this gigantic, like, elevated mountain thing,
Right.
where eventually you slide down this slide when you get done talking to Santa. And it is absolutely gigantic. So there's all these little things, and his memory of, like, the workers, like the guy who plays Santa Claus and the guy who plays the elf, right?
Yeah.
they're like needlessly cruel
Mm.
and like really like, come on, kid, god damn, let's go. They weren't saying that out loud.
No,
But
not
that
in the
is the feeling
1930s.
that Ralphie got.
Right.
He got, and especially through his adult eyes,
Yeah.
he sees like, he's like, oh yeah, there was this fake mall Santa Claus, and they're both like in their middle, like they're like in their 40s,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both just absolute assholes.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not how it was, because there was parents sitting right there, like in the memory.
Right.
They wouldn't let those
No.
people talk to their kids that way.
No.
But like, so when you go back, so that's my thing, because we're getting up on the season. If you haven't really watched A Christmas Story from the angle that literally everything is unreliable, everything is warped based on his memory, you really should, because it makes the movie such an awesome accomplishment.
I love that.
Like for example, like the idea that like there's the bully Scut Fargus, right? The first time they run into Scut Fargus. Scut Fargus, literally, he says at one point, he's like, he had yellow eyes. I swear to God, he had yellow eyes. And he cuts, and he's got like yellow contacts on.
Right.
Like, people don't have yellow eyes.
No.
Like,
no.
that feral cats have yellow eyes, right? But go back and just look at like all the stuff, like, for example, how the last thing I'll say, because I know I'm going on too long, but like the last thing I'll say is like, when the old man, right, who's never named other than the old man, I love that. Like his dad is just, that's his character, his dad's name. So when his dad, I mean, Darren McGavin, I mean, he's such an amazing actor. When he's cursing, when he's downstairs working on the boiler or the furnace, and he's cursing, Ralphie doesn't remember or recognize the words.
Right.
So that's how they get around the curse word thing. So he's like, God damn it, like it's just nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. All the way until he says fudge.
Right.
Because that's one of the only words he could ever make out that his dad said. And it's just great. Like, it's just everything in it is awesome.
Anyway. I remember you talking about this before, and I was like, oh, and I've seen it with that in mind, and it's wonderful. The recontextualizing it is awesome. But I knew that
I always just have to defend A Christmas Story. I think it got kind of outdone, because like TBS or TNT, I can't remember who did it, would do like they do like 24-hour marathons where the movie's just playing.
That's too much.
They've done it for a while now.
Yeah.
It's just playing for 24 hours, and that's cool. I think if you kind of know and love Christmas Story.
Yeah.
But if you don't, I think it's a disservice. I think people catch it at weird times. Like they think they've seen it, but they haven't really sat down to watch it all the way through.
Right.
And especially with a bunch of kids now, like that are younger and stuff like that. Like, I just want to say, like, that's my big thing about Christmas Story. It's the best holiday. It's the best Christmas movie ever made, in my opinion.
Oh, there you go. I think it's definitely up there, and I think another one that's up there is Ernest Saves Christmas. I gotta say,
of course,
fantastic. I went to
goes without saying.
Monday night hanging out with Farmer Greg, and his wife had it on, and we were watching that, and I'd watched it last year. I rewatched it. And was like, oh no,
I haven't seen it in a long time.
This is a really decent movie. Like, this is like, it's funny and it's entertaining, and it like, and it doesn't. I don't think it slows down at the end. I think it keeps going at the end, to where you're just like, oh, I don't know, like, it doesn't peter out.
Yeah, like, where's it gonna stop?
Yeah, it just keeps going, and I loved that. And it was just awesome. But yeah, that's on there. And then Hot Frosty's on my list. And then Red One. We watched Red One last year. The Rock and J.K.
Oh yeah,
Simmons.
I haven't seen that either.
I again suspend your disbelief. Go in wanting to enjoy it and turn off all your anything, and just like, this is insane. I love this. And I don't know. It could have been I just needed that kind of movie, but it hit all the marks for me. But I had a thought though about Ernest.
Okay,
now, we've been talking about Ernest a lot, and I guess he's just in my heart, in my mind, whatever. But yeah, I got to thinking. You know what crossover I would have loved to have seen?
What's that?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ernest P. Worrell saving a holiday. Could you imagine?
That would be like. That'd be like truly like schizoid. Like
Oh,
that would be the most unpredictable
yeah,
thing that ever happened. 'Cause that's the thing about Ernest. Like Ernest, like the whole thing is like I guess the closest thing to Ernest would be like Mr. Bean. If like you've never heard of like the Ernest movies,
that's true. Okay.
he's like an American Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Like and American in all the ways though.
Right. Oh,
Like Mr. Bean, like honestly, like he rarely speaks. I know later on Rowan Atkinson, I know that he had like he spoke and stuff,
right.
but like in the original Mr. Bean stuff, he's completely mute.
Oh, I
There's
didn't
just
know
music
this.
going on.
Huh.
Yeah. Like he doesn't have lines. Like
Interesting.
it's a lot of physical acting and it's really interesting.
Hmm.
It's definitely like a throwback almost to like silent comedy.
Yeah.
And yeah, but he doesn't really have lines. Like other people talk, but he just kind of goes like,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Right.
Ernest is the American version of that in every way. He talks a lot. He's goofy as hell. He's weird as hell. He keeps stumbling into shit. And somehow he like makes it better.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a confluence of things that should not work, but then does, and then he's just
yeah.
somehow there's a bow at the end of it, and it's just all fine, and it's all good.
And I could see like the movie 1 Turtles, movie 2 Turtles being in a thing with him.
Definitely
Like,
movie 2. I could totally see movie 2. I would love
yeah,
to see
movie
movie
2.
1, but movie 2 would probably be that, or I could see Next Mutation. That would have been an interesting because they would have been. Oh, I think all of them would have been around the same time he was popular. All throughout
Next
the
Mutation.
90s.
I would take that one.
Yeah.
I think because if you're gonna give Ernest like the most like TMNT yield, you need Venus too.
Ooh.
Like
Yeah.
I think like if you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and it's gonna be an Ernest movie, which trust me, if you guys haven't seen them, they're goofy as hell.
Oh yeah.
Like
And worth your time.
you need the goofiest set of guys
Right.
in live action, plus Venus, like changing people, making people stab themselves and shit. Like you need that.
Oh, I think it'd be amazing. But yeah, I don't know. So hey, I want to put it. I don't know, Ryan. If you have anything you want to add to this, let me know. But
Meh.
I think
What?
I want to know from y'all, from the listeners, what would basically, let's do it this way. Let us know what Turtles Come Out and Fight that you would want us to do, but the caveat is that it's got to be a holiday and the Turtles and Ernest are teaming up to save that holiday.
Yes.
And
I guess we could add to it like any other little details you want to start as a prompt.
oh, sure.
So like because I could see where it's like, okay, like sure, there's only a number of holidays, right? There's like Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Like it might be a little limiting.
Name them all.
So
Now
if
you're naming
you
nuts.
right, if you want to throw in any details where it's like yeah, classic Christmas, but it's in New York
Yeah.
and somebody's trying to sabotage the big Rockefeller tree. Or what is that what they call it? Like
Rockefeller
the big
Center.
tree in Manhattan.
Yeah.
The big tree in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like someone's trying to make it where like that bitch gonna burn.
Right.
So or something like that. And like how do they fight that particular thing?
Yeah.
Or you could just wide open say like how would they save a Thanksgiving? And you never know, we might time traveling back to the days of the Pilgrims. It might get weird. You know what I mean? So up to you, but yeah, no, I like that. And then okay, so we'll do it like this because so right now we're not live streaming because we are trying to figure out technical issues and easier to just record and then put them out. So why don't you email us at turtlesoupshow@gmail.com or you can go to turtlesoupshow.com, the home of the internet.
Yes.
And write us on one of those two platforms. Or I guess you could throw it in the Facebook group too.
Facebook group, or probably Facebook group, or the email would probably be the best.
Or the email, because we won't be live streaming, we can't really pick them up from chat. So, that sounds fun. I like that. I
do too. I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, maybe like let's see. So we would probably want to do it. Okay, we'll see. We'll see when we actually do the thing on it.
And
but
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
This can be ongoing too if we decided to.
Yeah,
we don't have to put a caveat to it. But I just thought it'd be something fun to prime the pump on the Turtles Come Out and Fight that again because it's been a minute since we've done them. But yeah. All right. So I think we have an email, don't we?
We have an email. This is we're really talking. We're really laying it out today.
We are.
I'm glad we're only doing one issue of the comic.
Oh, yeah, me
because
too.
because we have a lot going on today. Yeah, we have an email, and we wanted to read it. It's from Shay. And Shay included his last name. I'm just not going to say it because Shay didn't really sign his email with anything but else time, which is, I mean, kind of how I kind of usually, I have nothing on and I say else time.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I leave a room.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So I'm just naked, say else
Right.
time. So we're just gonna call you Shay. And spoiler alert, there's some art later. And Shay, if you hear this, which I think your email says you won't hear this for a long time, so I might have to email you, just reply to your email and tell you like, hey, we did it on the show, by the way. But yeah, if you have a name you want to be called or whatever, if you do art outside of this, then let us know. And we'll get more into that later. But this is from Shay. It's titled, been a while since I read an email. Man.
I gotta get back into the groove.
Title is Heaviness in the Midst of My Journey. Shay says, greeting, Mr. Soups. That's just a great way to start it. Like Mr. Soups. Like, yeah, yes. Like you and I both went, Shay, sir. Sorry in advance for this very long letter. Feel free to read it all on the podcast at your discretion, but I wanted to tell you a tale. And I'm like, you know what? We're reading it.
Oh,
so there we go.
Yeah.
I started the journey back in 2022. It began with your coverage of City at War. I've been developing a script for a Dark Knight Returns-esque last TMNT story before Last Ronin was promoted and released. These would be a future version based on the TMNT Prime Mirage work. I hadn't read all the Mirage stuff yet, currently reading number 1 only at that point. So I began with City at War and wanted some commentary to help grasp the story faster. Kevin Eastman was appearing at our comic convention in Huntsville, Alabama, and I wanted to put a draft together to give it to him. So I was crammed in a short time to make what I already had for that version. The draft ended up not happening, but I did draw him a tribute piece of Last Ronin inspired by Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns / Daredevil pose, pics attached. We'll share that in a little bit.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how my journey started. I went back to the beginning and planned to listen to it all, getting a well-rounded sense of what the Turtles are. Close to 3 years later, and I'm only up to episode 173.
Oh, jeez.
You guys have helped me form good info for character profiles for the stories I'm still putting together. Looking forward to sharing when they're ready. And then it says loud and wrong from Else Time in 2017, which is where I think he probably is in the show.
Okay.
Which is hilarious.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, jeez, hold on a second. I got to get a drink. Been a minute. Yeah, wet my whistle.
Of course.
All right, so it continues. In the episode where you did the second April standalone, where she's possessed by her long dead ancestors, May East. Remember that?
I do.
The May East trilogy, bro.
I do.
Yikes. Ryan once again stood proud on his hill of 80s TV knowledge. He was explaining to Eric how this issue's scenario and an Easter egg of Donatello saying the plane, reminded him of the Love Boat where passengers would board and be taken to the island every episode. I kept waiting for him to remember and correct himself, but he never did. So far, no one has corrected this. Ooh. Oh, this is the loud and wrong. This is me being loud and wrong in 2017. And this is your boy Shay, like, listening from, like, years past, being like, you're going to not think that that's right? And it's like, nope, I didn't. Anyway, so no one has so far has corrected this. Ryan was conflating two different shows, Love Boat and Fantasy Island. No, I will, in my short defense, both of those shows were before our time.
They were.
Like, this was me watching, like, Nick at Night and, like, reruns of old shit late at night. And I obviously never sat and watched a ton of any of it.
Yeah.
Eric kept asking why they call it the Love Boat if most of the episode happened on an island, and it was killing me. Ryan dug his heels in deeper, because that is what I do.
Because we're dancing around
Ryan dug his heels in deeper, not to be removed from his ground, and started making up the show on the spot to fit his position. It made me laugh so hard, but frustrated at the same time. Donatello's joke was imitating Tattoo, the assistant to Ricardo Montalban's character, Mr. Rourke, who owns the island.
good.
Just made up my own ass show. I need to go back. Oh God.
And I'm asking why is there a love boat when they're on an island? And could you imagine?
So okay, so all right, so we would need to. All right, I almost want to go back now and listen to that myself.
Man.
To the May East episodes and see, because, like, yeah, man,
that's great.
The thing is, like, it's so funny because, like, I will. Sometimes, okay, so there's a dynamic between me and Eric, and if you've been a long time listener, you probably noticed this, but it can actually lead to me being pretty loud and wrong. I started to tell Eric something that I'm like 90% is like absolutely true. Eric is just trying to be funny, so Eric starts questioning reality effectively. Like he starts questioning something that happened that he didn't know about.
Yes,
and I'm like, how the fuck can you question that, Eric? You don't even know about it.
Yeah.
And then Eric, most of the time, is not right, and he's just taking the piss.
Yes.
Sometimes he's absolutely right, but I will not give in now.
No.
Like, I'm the one who brought this to you, bro. I'm the one who made this connection.
Yes.
You don't get to tell me about the Love Boat and Love Island and all this shit, like you or whatever, and Fantasy Island. You don't get to tell me about that shit. But that is actually really fucking funny.
That's so good. Thank you so much. Loud and Wrongs, guys. Bring them.
He started making up the show on the spot to fit his position. I'm like, no, it happened like this. They came on a boat and then they were on the island and they fucked. And let me tell you why. And you're like, why is it called Love Boat? Because I don't give a shit, because that's how they make it on the boat. So basically, y'all get on the boat, okay? And then they come to the island. You're like, but why is it not called like Love Island? And I'm like, no. It's called the Love Boat. You see, because they're on a cruise, but then they land on the island. It's like, no, that never happened. No, what is that? All right, so here's the heavy part. So on a heavier note, my brother passed away from a horrible accident last November, and it's been a rough year of adjustment without him. That sucks. I'm sorry, Shay. That sucks. I bring this up because we both loved TMNT growing up, and to this day, Raphael was his favorite, and Leo was mine. We absolutely fit that dynamic as well growing up and encountered friction from our different personalities. He was 39 and 2 years older than me. You guys reminded me of great memories we had with TMNT. And he said you guys reminded me of us a lot. He was more worldly, and I am a Christian. Ryan even laughs and says things in his way, but also Eric weirdly sometimes sounds like my recorded voice to me.
Oh.
I hate my recorded voice.
Well, thank you. Oh, dang. Shots fired.
But seriously, I continue to enjoy the journey, but it's a little bittersweet now. Keep up the great work and look forward to catching up. Else time sent from my iPhone.
Oh my!
But that's very important.
My iPhone.
Sent from my iPhone is very fucking important.
Dang.
Well, yeah, Shay, thanks for writing.
Yes, thank you
and
so
before
much.
we share your art, yeah, that sucks. So I guess last November. So I mean, this time of year has got to be hard.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's one of the things that I guess first I could kind of speak for myself, that has been one of the like really great parts of doing this show for so long is that, like, I've often wondered, I have a pretty good feeling that Eric and I would have, just kept hanging out and doing our thing if we didn't do the podcast. But like that podcast has brought like us together. And one thing that I'm always just, and this is like the part where I just get like blown away, where I just like, it's hard for me to reckon, is that people like you like listen to the show and, kind of take solace and kind of have bittersweet memories because we're talking about things that are material to you and your relationships, right? And like with your brother and stuff. And it's been one of the most inspiring things for me in doing the show is the fact that, like, by doing this, we can like rekindle or like we've had people say that we've like kind of rekindled their interest in the turtles or brought back memories of when they played with the turtles and they remembered things about their past parents or stuff like that. And like, I'm just incredibly humbled. I want to say thank you for listening. It's amazing that that you can feel this way about the show and about and that we kind of rekindle a lot of those thoughts of your brother and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to know what to say except thank you. And
Yeah.
obviously I hope you're doing okay. And yeah, wow.
Yeah, no, and always loud and wrong. Let us know. Anybody going back through the journey.
Yeah.
That we love
Yeah,
that.
loud
That
and
makes
wrong.
me so happy. Oh.
No, it makes me ultra happy too. Because like, and what's the best part is like if people start trying to do loud and wrong now, I'd be okay with it because like if you go back from the beginning,
Yeah.
like that was so long ago, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No.
But you know when you're pointing out as being loud and wrong, like
In the moment.
yesterday,
Yeah, in the moment, it's
ooh,
not
or
that fun.
in the moment, that burns, boy,
Ooh,
it burns.
ooh.
But it's a burn we like because like
sure.
that
It's
is
like
one
hot
thing Eric and I
sauce.
have always strove to do. I mean, if one of us is loud and wrong, like we blow it up that instant.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Eric tried to blow me up back in 2017, and I bowled right over him. I just denied reality.
Ooh, yeah.
I was like, I'm out, you know. But yeah, so thanks for writing, Shay.
Yes.
So let's check out the artwork because it's disgustingly good.
Now,
I
just want to let
so,
everyone know this might be a little stretched a little bit, just because of the way that we.
Oh, because
yeah,
we're having to kind of see it.
But you can definitely see the qualities here. This is fantastic.
No, if you're listening on the audio, it is a amazing black and white work of The Last Ronin with like the rising sun in the background. It's like the Japanese reference, like this the kind of the skyscraper building he's jumping down from, like kanji to the right. Like it is the inking is incredible. I can't even like it's like lit. The lighting is beautiful. Like
the light is coming
it's kind of
from
lit from the underneath.
Yeah,
and it's just like so good. The talent, Shay, is ridiculous. I was like, I wish Shay was on the line so we could interview. Like, all right, so tell me, like Shay, you got to write back and let us know more about yourself, man. Like, do you do art like professionally? Like, well, you do art because Jesus, but like
it's
you know,
done.
that's you know, it's like Donnie does machines, you know,
right.
and you're doing this. But like, is there work you've done like in the industry, like you could share with us, or is there other work you've done that you want to share? Because dude, this is
great.
It's hard to like calculate how great that is. So great work, dude. That's amazing. And then and then the next frame is him you know, showing Kevin and giving it to Kevin, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, let me see. Let me get there. Oh, wrong one.
Oh, what
is it that one? Everything is all my images are messed up. Hold on.
You're good.
There we go.
You did
Got
it.
I did
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Shay presenting it over to Kevin, and then he's got a issue of IDW that he had signed by Kevin, which is great. And that art's ridiculous. It has to feel wild.
Oh,
it has to feel wild to draw that and give that to Kevin Eastman.
Oh yeah.
That I can't even imagine how that felt. Like.
Yeah, no, I can't either. Like that's wild.
Like imagine, I can imagine giving something to Kevin Eastman that I would be proud of. Like Kevin might actually like value this thing I did, like I made. Yeah. Like here's this thing I did, and Kevin be like, God damn, like I can't imagine that. Like I love it.
No, that's great.
I love it.
Yeah, I switched.
And the last pick that he attached is also he met Rob Paulson.
Yeah,
that's always good.
Good old Rob Paulson. You know,
Boom.
Donnie and Raph. That's like two turtles in one.
It is. It's two turtles in two half shells.
It doesn't even make a whole one, which is weird. It's more a shell. Crazy.
Correct.
But yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. All right. Well, yeah. Well, Shay, thank you so much again for writing in. And
guys, write us.
Y'all have any other stories? Let us know. turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. Also, don't forget the Ernest crossover. Again, let us know.
Yeah, let's email about that. And Shay, email back like if you do commissions or whatever, like email back your stuff and we'll shout you out on the show. Like I'm sure people would love to have commissions drawn by you if that's the thing you do.
That reminds me real quick. So
yeah.
And then we'll get right to the turtle stuff right into this. But my wife and I, Shannon, my wife, and I, we do
Shannon, your
Shannon,
wife,
my wife, yes. uh
Thank you.
we do markets, like vendor markets, and we put them on, we vend at them and stuff like that. And well, one of our vendors, I think they shared a booth with their significant other, but they their significant other is a turtles artist, and his name is Tim Von Cloud, Cloedt. And super nice dude. I met him at the thing, and I think he said he knew who we were. I think he might have been understating it, because I don't know, because
Yeah, that sounds a little bit like yeah, man, I know you guys. Haha. Anyway.
yeah, I was like, I don't know, but he did some cover art for the books, and he did
Oh,
some of
cool.
the
Okay.
Turtles and Power Rangers crossovers, and
Nice.
it's pretty awesome, the stuff he's got
So
going.
I take it that he's local then.
Yeah, he's at least in the
Yeah.
Tampa area. So
Cool.
yeah,
Damn,
and
dude.
so that was really neat. So shout out to Tim, and
Yeah.
yeah. So now let's get into these books, but give me a second, because you can probably start talking. I got to set up.
I
some
can start
stuff.
talking.
So yeah,
I can
you
start-
start
I can
yapping.
I can start the segment, boys.
Do it. Did you turn into a 30s gangster?
I gotta do the segment, boys. All right. Mirage, Volume 4, Issue number 9, cover date April 2003. I want to say I missed chat. I'm just going to say that. I know it's not a clipped review if we ever do, but like I missed chat because we're not live, and miss everybody. And I wish I could know where you sleep at night, because I would fly in as a fairy and put one small peck around the center of your forehead, right between your eyebrows.
Oh dang.
I'm flying above you, so it's not like I have to lean over. So it's not creepy if I'm not leaning. I feel like if you wake up and there's me, you can see me.
Right.
If you can't see me, you're listening. Well, go on YouTube. I'm imposing, and I look like a redneck. What do I look like? If I was leaning over and giving you a kiss on the forehead, Eric, and I leaned up and you saw me from like below, what would be your first thought of what I looked like?
Oh,
Redneck Rasputin.
that's up there. I was thinking like a mixture between Scott Ian from Anthrax and Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Like a
Now, see, if
younger
I'm
Santa
bending
Claus.
over you, that's too much like Paranormal Activity. That's too much. I mean, and it's also like a bit of a creeper move. But if I'm flying like a little fairy wings and I'm just
Oh yeah.
like that, then you look up and you're like, oh, it's just a fairy. He's completely he skirts all the rules.
Skirts all the rules.
He skirts all the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will be doing a little bit of it. So basically, here, but as this comic series goes on, I'm going to tell you, the story gets quite convoluted. It's already pretty convoluted as where we stand. So we're going to be doing a pretty short. So basically on this one, just to kind of get you caught up to speed with literally the stuff that just happened,
Right.
like before, like in the last issue, which wasn't a lot. Like, or it was a lot, but it kind of sets this up.
Right.
And whenever you're ready to go to the cover, Eric,
Okay.
you can do it.
Give me
if not, I'll just keep flabbing.
Give me a half second.
I'm gonna do this so basically.
No. Don't do it, because like I'm gonna go to it. I just need to make sure that the audio is working, because I don't have anybody to tell me if the audio's not going.
Oh,
to
got
the thing.
it. Okay.
So let me transition to that real quick, and let's see if we've still got.
Yeah, my audio.
Okay.
You got me.
So yeah, for some reason it didn't look like it worked the last time.
It would do it,
but now it's working.
Okay.
So yeah, so we can go into the so basically now.
Or we can just go into the cover now because
Okay.
you have a cover up.
Sure, let's do
we'll
that.
So basically, we can come back in. So this cover, Eric, man, like $2.95. $4.10 in Canada, because man, let me tell you something. In the land of maple syrup, ain't nothing free.
Oh,
you know what I
no.
mean? Like that is all there is to it. What do you think about this cover, Eric?
I love it. I remember seeing it on the shelf and when it came out, and was hoping that it was not hyperbolic. I was hoping that this was actually something
that this
we
was
would
in the
see.
book. Like this
Yes.
happened in the story.
Yes, because we've talked about this ad nauseum, especially you, because you have a vendetta against that, if I recall
I
correctly.
hate covers that didn't happen in the book, man.
Yeah.
Like I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it.
and
And
I
if
love it.
if it's just obviously if it's a pose, like just to refresh people on my viewpoint, if it's a pose, the exact pose didn't happen.
Right.
Like,
I was
obviously,
like, what are you
who
talking
fucking
about? Oh, I
cares?
get it now.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But if it's like, okay, if it's like Wolverine with
Mhm.
his like fucking claws through Magneto's guts
Right.
in his gutty works, and then what actually happens is the comic is a fist fight, and that doesn't happen, and then
Yeah.
the issue is to be continued. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, if there was a
Yeah.
tradition that covers were just pinups
Yeah.
of cool shit, like what if kind of shit in the
Right.
universe, then yeah, covers mean nothing.
Right.
But covers don't have that tradition. So when you lie, outwardly ass lie, uh, I think it's bullshit. Anyway,
I agree.
but this is not lying
No. And
because spoiler alert, this idea and some of this imagery is shared in this book,
yes.
and it is, if anything, more of a foreshadowing of what's to come.
Right.
And I really like it.
I love
Also,
it.
it's a very striking cover.
Very striking. It's essentially the turtles. It's a turtle version of like a nanobot.
Yeah.
And
Like it look, but yeah, it looks kind of it's like kind of painted to be like a turtle and stuff, and it has like the shell parts
and the bandana.
But yeah, and the bandana and stuff, but it has like these like kind of metal legs and arms, and what I think what's really cool is just the kind of assembly line look of there's like a ton of them on the cover. You have like one in the foreground that's like the representative, and then you have a bunch. And what's really cool is in the back of this issue, we'll get into it at the end. Actually, they share the process by which they kind of did the cover.
Oh, yeah,
which is really cool.
Oh, and also they got the front tail on here too on all of these, which is, and it's like even more dangerous than normal.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, Michael Dooney will get into that when he gets into it, but it's really cool. I think it's a very striking cover. I can imagine you seeing this on the newsstand and being like,
"Gotta have it."
Does this literally a flying wall of like turtle bots happen in this comic? Because I need to see that.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that like you would and it's not outside the realm of things happening to the turtles. And that's the thing you love about it is that you're like, this is some weird stuff. I want to know how they get in and deal with this situation.
Yes.
So
like how does this happen?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So really cool cover. So we get in there, we get to our credits. Peter Laird on writing, lettering, inking, and toning. Jim Lawson, layouts and penciling. Eric Talbot, inking. Michael Dooney, cover painting. Dan Berger, production assistance. This is a crew we've come to see work on this book. Like this crew has changed very little.
Yeah.
And they're really setting up some damn good work, by the way. Like, and then our background image on this is like kind of a close up of a sculpt of Michelangelo, like an action figure, which they also get into at the end of the book.
Right.
So
we'll talk about that there because we'll
talk about
some thoughts.
Yeah. So here we go. So as far as the story, sorry. So basically, the things you kind of need to know is that back in volume 2, Baxter Stockman is reborn as a government project where they attempt to like kind of marry his body to like an android body. But like Baxter takes it a step further, makes his own fucking killbot, puts his goddamn brain in it, and like he's Baxter Killbot.
Oh yeah.
It is like the darkest shit that ever happened.
Yeah.
He sets out to get his revenge on the turtles in New York. It's fucking bad. A lot of bad shit happens, and he is especially got a little robo hard on for April, because if you go back to the lore, April, her first appearance was in TMNT Volume 1, Number 2, alongside Baxter Stockman, where he was evil as shit. Y'all remember that? And April was his research assistant. She finds out that he is building the Mouser bots not to control the rat population in the city, but to actually undermine the buildings in New York City for ransom.
Yeah.
For $1 million, basically. And she figures it out. She's about to blow the whistle. The turtles blow in, and they figure shit out. Baxter's disgraced. So Baxter finds her holds her up like Michael Myers style, like
Yeah.
up, like by the neck, and has a finger, and that finger's got the old dirty
Old dirty
insulin needle,
insulin.
and gets her in the shoulder with it. And then Casey comes, he backs out, throws her down, runs away, and they just drop that thread with nothing following up
Yeah.
until now.
So you've gone
Where
through
the
the rest of Mirage Volume 2, all of 3, and yeah, then no problems and nothing. Right. Hold up. Yeah, you just froze up. So it just happened. And I'm not getting audio on my end from you, but I can hear you. So, and that's at an hour and 3 minutes. Now you're back. It looks like you're moving. Say something. Oh, I'm getting you on one channel but not the other. That's interesting. Oh, this is bizarre. Okay, well I can just unmute you down here. But okay.
Okay.
Um
Does that seem like that's working now, or?
Yeah, I think so. And you still got stuff on your end, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like I've got signal here, so yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we're still
I'll
good.
just back up and kind of rerun what I was saying to get it out of here.
Yeah, you can if you want. Because we got it on the whatever you want to do. Freestyle your style.
Yeah, I figure you just clip this out of the video.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I'll just
okay.
I'll copy it and paste it a few times to make it longer.
Sure, to extend it, yeah. Let me see. So where was it? Dirty insulin.
Old dirty insulin, and that was probably about it. Yeah.
So you make it into a good number of issues of Volume 4. Everything just seems kind of like maybe we're worried about like April having trouble having a kid. Maybe we're worried about whatever.
Oh yeah.
No, the Utroms come down from the moon.
Yeah.
They land in the New York Harbor area.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to open up effectively a UN for aliens, and all these aliens are there. The turtles hang out there, and then all of a sudden April like collapses.
Right.
Like hardcore. And they're like, what the fuck? So the Utroms come take her to their version of an emergency room, do a way more advanced scan than we could, and they discovered the existence of nanobots in her bloodstream, all over her body. She's ate up with them. And that these nanobots are probably the reason she can't have a baby.
Yes.
Like they theorize that they're messing up her system so much that her womb is not wombing. So they basically confirm that, which is kind of crazy. And then you see at the end of the last issue that she has another attack. And the Utrom doctor that they have, who they've been working with, basically says, okay, they've gone into like disassembly mode. Like they are actively taking her apart cell by cell. And that's where you kind of end that issue. That's kind of roughly what you need to know. The turtles get to hang out on the Utrom Island thing out in the harbor.
Yeah.
And they've put these little markings on their shells to identify who is who, because they can't have their weapons. Sorry. They can't have their weapons on the Utrom base. And it's kind of a nod to the fans, because at one point, like, I think they're ready to get on, and like Raph or somebody says, we talked about putting on like different colored bandanas or something, but that just seemed really stupid.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an inside joke. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with everybody. And if there's so basically in this issue I need to plug in, I will. But I mean, that is the bare bones. That's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So starting out, we are in the Guyana Highlands, southeastern Venezuela. And you see this like it's a Utrom ship. By this time, you kind of gotten used to the way they look. They look kind of like a soda can ish. And it's floating down. And there's some characters. There's a couple Utroms. One is named Thurrock. One is named
they're all
I think Shuthon.
Yeah.
Shuthon. And they're landing, and you don't really know why. They talk about cleanup detail, stuff like that. But the big thing is that Shuthon is nervous. He's like, shouldn't we have blasters? So they land in the jungle there. And he's like, shouldn't we have blasters? Because, like, like alien, there's like monsters out here. Like there's like wild animals, not monsters, but like wild animals.
Yeah.
And Thorak is kind of like, nah, man, I did the scan, bro. I like read up on this place, bro. Like basic ass shit. Like they can't. We're Utrums, bro.
Right.
Like nothing. Like we're gonna get killed by a wild boar. Like who cares? Um, so he's basically, you can tell Thorak's the guy in charge. He says, you should be worried, Shrek, a little bit, or Shuthon, a little more with doing your initial scans than being a bitch. And Shuthon's like, all right, fine. But in this great one-page splash, he's like, "Wow, by the great swamp." And he looks over, and yeah, two dinosaurs emerge from the brush. Kind of like Velociraptor, but like bigger than a Velociraptor. And it sucks.
Oh,
and of course,
that's a good way to put it. Yes.
Yeah, and of course, Shuthon's like, Thorak, your blaster. Because like the whole idea is like, yeah, we needed the blaster bit. That's the problem. Yeah, again, these guys are like bigger than Velociraptors, at least as we know them in the Jurassic Park world. No one here is an archaeologist and knows what a Velociraptor is.
Right.
But like your idea of it, they're more like baby T-Rex sized.
Yeah.
Like they stand a good number of feet taller than the Utroms, which are taller than normal humans. So scale that up.
And they also speak English.
They do. A baby version of English.
Yeah, and a snake version of English, or reptilian, I should say.
Yeah. Like they say things kind of like a toddler would say. Like at one point when one of the Utroms shoots, he says, "This one has bright beamy."
Oh yeah.
And then they say things like little meatsies and shiny skinsies. They talk like that.
That's right.
And they are kind of slithering, hissing all the time because of the extended S's. I'm not really going to do all that for you.
Yeah.
Unless you get on my OnlyFans.
Yes.
At that point, I'll slither all you want.
Or Patreon.
I'll squiggle wiggling for you over there. That's where you can find me, squiggling wiggling daddy. That's my OnlyFans if you're curious. So the artwork is great here, I think. Like, just showing these Utrom bodies being absolutely chewed up by these dinosaurs.
It's horrific. It's very disturbing.
It reminds me. Okay, I know it's a different situation, but you know how unsettling and like crazy the Darth Vader scene from Rogue One was when he's in that hallway.
I've only seen it once, but from what everyone's told
me,
you
have to remember that scene.
I remember. I haven't seen the movie. I've just seen that scene once, and it was like, oh, that was nuts. Oh. Yeah, it's very much got that like.
You haven't seen Rogue One?
I didn't see all of it. I forget where I stopped, but yeah, I just
you were just watching Rogue One, and you were like, nah.
I was at Farmer Greg's house, I think. And then I had to go.
Okay.
Or he put it on, and we were about to do something else.
We might have to change that. I think Rogue One is probably the best Star Wars movie that came out of the new things.
Yeah, I liked what I saw. I thought it was good.
But yeah, like visceral that scene is, where like it's like you just haven't seen him like that before, and like he's just like murdering people, and it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. That's what this scene feels like. It just feels like you've got these advanced Utroms in their android bodies. They have all this technology. It's all crazy. And then these things set on them and they destroy those bodies like they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And the way that the action is done, like the top of page 5, I love this panel. You've got like one Utrom body being just bitten deep into. And then in the corner, you've got a Utrom that has fallen out of his body, like running. Like on his little brain feet.
I believe that's Shuthon, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. It is terrifying.
Yes.
Like it's absolutely so weird. So anyway, so they do this stuff, and the dinosaurs keep kind of like teasing them. They're kind of like, they're
playing with their food.
Come here, my precious. Like it's really weird. And eventually one gets away. Only the legs on his body are working, so he's in much more like the ATST body that we saw for Krang. In the animated series, and he's running, but he gets slapped by the tail of the thing. That panel is so brutal on bottom of 6. Like he thinks he's getting away, whips his tail, breaks one leg off. Like it's like I said, it's kind of played for laughs because they're like, oh, little meatsies. But like, if you really look at the art, you're like,
Mhm.
Jesus,
And
it's a slaughter,
it
man,
is,
and it just keeps going.
and what I love
Like,
about it is that, like, the hubris of the Utroms thinking that
yeah,
they're so far advanced that they don't have to worry about primitive stuff, yet they're
oh,
being
100%.
eviscerated, and and how quickly they're humbled. I love I mean, I hate
Yeah.
it for them, but I also love it because it's neat.
Well, it's like 2-on-2,
Yeah,
and you die.
yeah,
Like, it's not even like a thing. Only by virtue of the fact that their beings are contained in a little brain basketball sized thing in the stomach
yeah,
of that body is the only reason they're not dead already.
right,
Because those things ate the heads and shoulders off of those things in like one bite. So
yeah,
like they're barely getting it. But page 7 is wild.
yeah,
Like at the bottom, I think it's Thorak or whatever his name is. He
uh,
tries to negotiate.
yeah,
He's kind of like, please, as one intelligent life form to another, I beg you, don't do this. We can talk. And like literally, he the dinosaur rips his little head off from his frame. This is
right,
on page 8. And you see all the connectors and like all the stuff that like they need to like where they're bonded like
right.
into the machine when they're in it. He just rips it all out. And you can see the blood like pouring out of the
Oh
Utrom.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, juicy little meatsies. And he throws him up in the air like a fucking corn pop and just eats his ass. Like, and it's
Yeah.
like,
It's
it's
intense.
brutal.
It is.
I love them opening up like that.
Oh, I do
Like
too.
that is just like crazy. So effectively, yeah. The next part is one of the Utroms hides. And you know the dinosaurs are running around trying to figure out kind of where he is. Now there's a Utrom that's managed to survive with like his body intact because there was a third guy who landed with them. He's just not named.
Yeah, there's
Um
there's Captain Glonar and then Shuthon, but I think Shuthon
yes,
is the one that doesn't have the skeleton. That
he's
he's
the one that's
just
running on his own.
that's running on his own. I think this one that's hiding right here, I think is Captain Glonar.
Yeah. He's the one that kind of like was at the back of the party when everything went down.
Right.
So he's hiding underneath a branch, like, and he's like, oh my god. Meanwhile, the Utrom that's without his body, decides to run up a tree and be like, okay, once I get up a tree and I get to safety, I can start thinking my way out of this. Like, because apparently you learn that they have a subdermal emergency beacon in their
Mm.
body, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I have to activate my subdermal emergency beacon. And maybe Captain Glonar survived. Okay, but I'll worry about that when I get up the tree. He gets up the tree, and the next panel, the dinosaur is just like, got him, boys. And
Yep.
like, shakes that tree and just eats him like a little bonbon, dude. It is crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Captain Glonar gets back to the ship. He's got to tell the science council. He does the AI like computer initiate emergency startup sequence, and he's like, yeah, compliance,
Right.
and like he's like trying to get the hell out of here. And he manages to hail home base. And he's able to tell them basically yawning, sorry. The long and short of what went down very quickly. He's like, yeah, my two comrades were incapacitated and destroyed by these dinosaurs. We had no idea they were here. I'm trying to get back to the base. I'm the only survivor. And it takes off, but then there's a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6, 7.
Oh.
There's at least 7 of these dinosaurs on the ship as it's lifting off,
Yes.
and they start doing damage to the ship itself, causing it to crash. And top of page 14, that crash is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Because they're flying off, and you kind of realize like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like they're doing that thing. Like there's so many of them that it just doesn't matter if
Yeah.
they die. Fine.
Oh yeah.
So then in another very scary sequence, like the ship alerts him that they can't prevent the intrusion of the attackers because
Mhm.
the hatches are compromised, and one crawls in and another one crawls in, and they just like ostensibly eat him too. You
Oh
don't
yeah.
see it, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, and
It's a way to
it's
start an
it's
issue.
insane. It's a hell of a way to start an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the next thing we see is we're back in the city. And this is from Donatello's perspective, and he kind of gives us like a bit of a monologue coming in to the issue. He says, "People have gotten so blasé. Some people would say it's so New York, but I would disagree. There's nothing so special about New Yorkers. And even if it were an everyday occurrence like it is here now, I really think people anywhere would only take a short time to adapt to seeing aliens or mutant turtles in their neighborhood. What's the old phrase? Familiarity breeds contempt.
Mm.
No, that's not quite right. Anyway, it's still a little strange. And you see him just walking. He gets off the bus
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's one thing about the aliens, about the Untrons coming down to Earth is like all the aliens that were on Earth that people where they basically kept it hid. Like now they're partying
Yeah.
at the Utron place.
Mm-hmm.
And in previous issues, we see that it like flashes forward 6 months or whatever from when they land. And like there are like societies to protect the aliens all over the world.
Yeah.
Like the world it mentions the world kind of loses it for a minute, but then grabs it back again. And now they're in like Germany hanging out there, whatever. So weirdly, it lets the turtles exist in the city.
Right. The way that they
And
kind
it's
of did in
weird.
the animated series, but like, without
Yeah.
pretending to hide. You know.
But again, this is kind of the first time in, Mirage canon
Yeah.
that the turtles are just like openly chilling,
Right.
like walking around. And it's interesting. So yeah, so he goes on to say, after so many years of hiding, keeping in the shadows, to be able to walk around in the light of day, mingle with humanity, frankly, I love it.
Mm.
If only for the fact that it makes window shopping a lot easier. And he like sees like a new iMac like in the window.
That's
He's like,
awesome.
oh wow, an iMac, that's pretty sick. And he meets a girl. This little girl with her mom says, are you a real alien? And he's like, yeah, I suppose you could say that. And they have an interaction that's really cute. I'm not gonna read all of it.
Right.
But she introduced herself as Rachel, and they're just very nice. Like she asks questions about like what's the mark on your chest. He's like, oh, it means Donatello. And she's like, I want to be an astronaut. And he's like, those are awesome goals. Like, let's do it. He's like, yeah, but just make sure you do all your homework and study. And she's like, oh, definitely. He's like, all right, good to meet you. And he walks away. And then his dialogue block says, cute kid, reminds me of Shadow when she was little.
Right.
But then you see the mom and she's like, Rachel, I can't believe you touched that thing. Hold still while I clean your hand. And the girl's like, Mom, and it's just, I don't know. I like it.
I like it, but I get that it's trying to show you a little bit of the xenophobia, but at the same time, you've just been introduced to an alien species.
It's true.
I think there's a leeway there. There's a little bit of a learning curve. It's not like they're the same species. That'd be.
Oh no. It's actually one beautiful thing. I don't know if you remember about Mass Effect. Was that they kind of keep talking about the fact that like certain aliens can't eat certain things that some people can, and certain aliens can't breed with other aliens,
right,
or with humans.
Yeah.
So there's all these public service announcements you hear about like you can't sleep with a Quarian,
right?
Like don't try, right? Because like it would like basically kill them, like stuff like that. The only thing I'll say, so I get that. Like if one of my kids shook hands with an alien, I might be like, put a little that a little alcohol on that baby.
If we shake hands with anybody, I usually do it too. So
no, fair.
Yeah,
that's fucking fair. Yeah, we ain't got to go to aliens. Nothing. We talk about the guy next door.
Yeah.
But the way she says, "I can't believe you touched that thing."
That's the rub.
That's the like xenophobia part.
Yeah.
I agree. And maybe that xenophobia is born literally, like a lot of xenophobia is, out of fear, out of the unknown, out of being ill-informed. I mean,
sure.
If they have Fox News in that continuity, I guarantee you she's being told that they're dirty and whatever. So, like, it comes out of the protection of for your child, the fear of the unknown, the root of the xenophobia. But I think what's really telling about it too is that the young girl is not worried about it.
Right.
And it kind of
Very much so.
speaks to that generational change, like the
Mhm.
youth, they don't see it
Right.
like adults see it, right?
Exactly.
And they don't have that.
Um,
So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. You glazed over the fact that Donnie is a Apple guy. Just wanting to put that out there for those who are wondering. He says they sure do know how to make some hardware, and so I just saying, just put it out there.
Oh sure,
Not trying to start anything. I just want it to be known because I know some people are particular.
I mean, wouldn't he be though? I mean, come on.
Of course he would be, especially in the early 2000s. Absolutely, he would be.
I agree. I think Donnie now is PC Master Race, but back then he would have been all on that.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, I think he would be with whatever he could. He'd have to be able to hack it and use all that stuff. So he's probably on Linux and doing.
I think that at the time, I think he's probably like, oh man, this Apple stuff's like the way of the future. And then like I'm pretty sure as things went on and like Apple got like really like copyrighty and like everything got like everything got locked down, and like all of a sudden like it treated you like you were a child. Donnie was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy. Interesting shot.
Oh.
On the top left corner of page 19.
With 2 towers up there.
Is Donnie walking with 2 towers that
are not the 2 towers, but
they're not the 2 towers. They're pretty far apart. Maybe the twin towers, but I'm sorry. And this is after 9/11.
Oh yeah.
But like that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually Donnie finds his way to a sewer, and he pops down, and you're like, okay, like what are you doing? He's like, oh, this should do the trick. And you're like, okay, like what are you doing? He like walks, he finds like this like little like piece of tech, and he's like, oh, I haven't been here in a while. Oh, here it is. You're like, Donnie, what are you doing, bro?
Right.
Finds a control knob thing. He finds a little remote, presses a button.
Well,
I'm gonna let you take it from here.
Y'all will remember that from the first Turtles game where the door slides and it's like, oh, like the brick wall, the facade goes.
Yeah.
And you're back in the turtle lair. But this time, he's got a guest. Guess who's coming to dinner? It's Baxter Stockman. And
oh my god, dude.
He's been here for a long time. Actually, I think we got the calculations.
Fucking good.
4 years, 7 months, 12 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes. No, wait, make that 43 minutes.
Dude.
Baxter, the chassis of Baxter Stockman,
the chassis,
like body, is just
suspended by like tubes and cables and like wires, and like it's just his core.
Yeah.
Like no arm, like the remains of one arm that's like not even really connected, no legs. I saw that and I could not believe they did that. I was like, that is fucking sick.
Yeah, I don't think I was expecting that, at least to this degree.
No.
And so Donnie's just been keeping Baxter down here for all this time, and it's kind of interesting because he's got all this other tech around him. He's got the Mouser, he's got a Triceraton blaster, and some other weapons and things like that. To be honest, if I was Donatello, I don't think I could leave Baxter Stockman in a room with anything. But he also has the cuck chair there that for him to sit and watch.
That's true.
It's a little weird.
Well, Baxter is, if you look a little closer to the art, he's also like bolted to the wall.
Oh, for some reason. Oh, I see it now. I see it.
Yeah,
I guess I thought he was hanging there, but no, you're right. He's bolted to the wall. Yeah,
he's bolted to the wall. I think like Donnie's got it where like he can't move at all.
Let's see.
He's just like a display piece, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can see the brackets on his shoulders,
and it's also
one around his arm.
Yeah. So he's definitely not going anywhere. But yeah. So So Baxter talks about how long he's been there, and he talks about having no distractions allows you to think and solve problems, and that he discovered a solution to their last discussion about the theoretical impossibility of building a time machine. And so that's interesting. And I kind of like that dynamic of the two.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, it's the whole thing. Donnie always has this issue where he can see past the sins of great minds to try to glean from them what he can. And that's a dynamic that is interesting about Donatello, because he's empathic. He cares about people, but he's also a scientist at heart, and he knows that if he can get
it's so funny because they even tackled that in Next Mutation.
Oh yeah. Oh, with
he becomes infatuated with like a mad scientist, and the mad scientist is obviously a villain who wants to take his body and destroy it to use the DNA to understand mutants. And Donnie's like, you can't do that to people. And he's like, oh, I guess you're right, but I will.
Right.
And he keeps hanging around the show, and Donnie keeps fucking apologizing for him, man. And I think it might be Leo or somebody bust out at one point and was like, bro, your boy's like a genocidal maniac, bro. And he's like, I guess so. I guess I get it now. So this is right up Donnie's alley.
Was that Professor Queez? Dr. Queez?
Yeah, it was Dr. Queez.
Was that right?
Oh,
yeah.
that elephant trap. Got him, boys. That elephant trap.
So
all with the over ease.
So Donnie is the artwork's great. They're talking. He's getting frustrated with Baxter because he gets excited and is all about like everything, but then quickly diverts back to his main objective, which is getting April help. That's why he's here. After an hour of trying to get Baxter's help, Donnie admits defeat and then pulls the Triceraton gun.
Okay, you glazed over something I just wanted to read because it's like chilling as shit.
Okay.
Like what Baxter says before he like leads him on the merry chase.
Okay.
Holy shit, dude. So Donnie basically says like, yeah, it has to do with April and what you did to her. I need to know what you program the nanobots to do to her and how to. And he cuts him off and says, so my parting gift has finally been acknowledged. I certainly hope her suffering is great. She betrayed me, you know. Why should I help her now? I'm like, and it's in that like that it's in like a very much like almost like a Times New Roman. It's like in a very like robot kind of text.
Right.
That like, I certainly hope her suffering is great. She betrayed me, you know. Bro, that is ice cold.
Oh, yeah.
That is like, that literally gave me chills. That is like so fucking scary, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
No,
that line got me.
This issue has a lot of harrowing moments to it. But yeah, so Donnie's like realizing that he's realizing that it's done. Like he's not going to get anything out of Baxter, and that he's had enough. So he pulls a gun and destroys Baxter and leaves. And yeah, that's just there's the
pulls the old Brad Pitt at the end of 7, you know, where he's like, no,
and just got him. So
it's bad too. Like the art on page 23, it is like the largest, grossest collection of like oil and blood and parts and like goo. Like it's like so gross.
And this is the classic Turtles, like goodbye Baxter, rotten hell. And then just seeing Donnie click the door, put it up, walk away, and walk down the sewers just dejected. Like that is classic Turtles, and just that showing all of that is just fantastic.
It's that vibe. Like him like just leaving with like the Triceraton blaster. He didn't even put it back up.
No, he takes it.
He just walks with it just in his hand.
He can't put it back up because the whole room is covered in
the whole room is covered in Baxter.
Yeah,
basically. So it's pretty crazy because if you go all the way back, I'm sorry, but if you go all the way back, like basically, oh shit. So Baxter says like she betrayed me, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously Donnie fucking knows. Well, remember back in that issue 2, Donnie is the one that actually like hacks the computer, stops the bots from like eating them because
The
they're trying to eat
Mousers,
through the
yeah,
walls and shit, the Mousers. And he is the one that actually undoes Baxter, like Donnie is.
right.
Like, so the fact that it comes down to him and Donnie again, and
That's
Donnie like finishes him off
yeah,
again, like finally finishes him off, I think definitely has more to it,
yeah.
right? That
There's some poetry there, I'm sure.
there's some poetry, there's like some bookends on that.
Oh
And
yeah.
that kind of gave me chills too when that kind of occurred to me. I'm like, damn, your boy started it and finished it. So
Mm-hmm.
remember, so Baxter and Donnie have their first run in 1985.
Yeah. This is 20 years
And
later.
it's 2003
Yeah, so like
and
18 years
Donnie kills
later.
him.
Yeah.
That's sorry. That's just insane.
No, I
That's just
love that.
insane to me.
I love some bookends. No, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So back on the Utrom Island, the turtles Casey and Robin are waiting on Dawn to get back as Glurin has got an experiment they want to try that might help April. And I believe Glurin is a Utrom, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Glurin is he's not the chief doctor Utrom. He is the young Utrom
right.
that
had
the doctor introduces early and says like, this kid is like nuts with like nanobots. Like this guy is like a genius.
I think he's the guy that was looking through that portal, or that they made you think was looking through the portal.
Yes.
I think that's the same Utrom. So
yeah, that's Glurin. He's definitely more of like the tech like specialist.
So Donnie shows back up and is secretive about where he went. Leo chalks it up to people misusing tech, and that always gets to Don. And he's not necessarily wrong.
Thing.
Yeah. They set up a projector and they show they basically describe the nanobots and how everything they've tried hasn't worked because to get those methods to work would kill the patient. And so they're going into detail and kind of
he says at one point that they estimate there's between 700,000 and 1 million nanobots in her.
Yeah. So not a lot. And
not a lot comparatively.
Yeah, no. When you boil it down, when you get to when you
really think about it.
When you think about it, it's not a whole lot. So
it's not a billion. It could be a billion.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. And it's not. So therefore it's almost zero.
So stop freaking out. Stop panicking about it.
Get over this.
It's just a million.
Yeah.
Like
it's just
a million old dirty insulins in you.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like it's fine.
So they're breaking it down. They're showing you the anatomy of all the nanobots and stuff. And they're talking and they're getting some ideas together and they're like, well, actually, we do have an idea. How about a turtle, a nano turtle?
Got nano turtle.
And the fact that this shows up made me so happy seeing this in the last.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So
good. again, like covers there. Like, I don't think the cover lies.
No.
Like that happens.
That happened. I think that works. I love that so much.
Yes.
And this is just excellent. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, another cool bookend I like is that, so the whole thing is, right, like Baxter created the Mousers who were like so iconic to the TMNT, to the 80s, to the whole franchise.
Oh yeah.
It is kind of cool that on the day Baxter dies, that a Utrom says like, I basically made another anthropomorphic bot.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
Bot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
If they made if Baxter would have made a killer turtle robot, it would have looked like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then the bottom of the book says to be nano continued. So
nano continued, boys.
So there you go. And then if we jump all the way to the end, we get the statue of Michelangelo. It says above are 4 views of the sculpt of the second in Playmates line of limited edition cold cast TMNT figures based on the first page of the first comic. Now, I thought maybe I'm mistaken. I thought these were the statues that they put out around this time, and they were about 12 inches, maybe a little taller. and they were like bronze, I guess, or like a dark
Oh,
kind of.
okay. So I did look ahead to the next issue
Mm-hmm.
before I text you and was like, "Hey, man, I don't know if I can read that
Right.
because it's too late." Um, and in the beginning of it, he says, Laird says, yeah, he says, we now have some of the limited edition cold cast Leonardo statues that we are unable to offer, that we're able to offer at a reduced price. The statue comes with a certificate of authenticity. Please note that it is not a numbered edition. Um, and it says it's, what did it say it was made of? Cold
Because
cast. Like it's painted.
right.
Like the picture of it shows it painted and it looks very much like that demo sculpt. Like he's standing with the brick. I
Yeah.
thought it said it was made of gold or something.
No, this
Yeah, I
is
read cold cast.
no, that was it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that was it. It was the statue. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm on Entertainment Earth trying to see because they have an old listing for it.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, get Coldcast to keep saying that. Um, I don't see anything about it being necessarily painted, but I remember them. They're in color, like they're not just bronzed or like just like a brown kind of color. Um, but
Okay,
I
so I didn't know what cold cast was.
oh, okay.
Do you know what cold cast is?
I don't. I assumed you did, because that's something you would know.
It's something I would normally know.
Yeah, that's in your wheelhouse.
A cold cast statue is a sculpture created by mixing a metal powder like bronze with a resin and pouring it into a mold without heat. This technique creates a finished piece that has the look, feel, and often weight of solid metal, but is significantly less expensive and faster than traditional hot casting methods.
Mm.
The final statue can then be buffed, polished, and patinaed to achieve an authentic metallic appearance.
Yeah, they looked awesome. I've seen them
So
in
that's
person.
that's the whole thing. Is like they're bronze, like they're heavy, probably as heavy as shit too.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
look fantastic. And they're a part of the great, like my grails that like, oh,
Uh,
I will never probably be able to financially recover from purchasing them. But if I ever just happened upon them, or you wanted to send them in an email to turtlesoupshow@gmail.com, your boy would definitely shout you out on the podcast. But I think that Readmore had them, or one of them at one point, and our one of our local LCSs.
oh,
And
really? They had that?
back in the day, yeah, I remember seeing it and be like, oh, but it had a couple of zeros behind it that I wasn't too thrilled with.
Their color, yeah, they're in color.
Yeah.
I have a listing on TMNTtoys.com. Shout out.
Oh yeah. The virtual toy museum.
Yeah, Donatello was the last to be released.
Mm-hmm.
When all four, when all four of the statues were their bricks interlocked.
They do. Yes.
So they made like
a
a
little street
pose.
diorama. Yeah.
Yep. Toys. Mirage Playmates began releasing in 2002 with Leonardo and Michelangelo, followed by following the next year. But unknown problems stopped the Raphael statue from being released last year, and the future of the series started to look questionable. And then the packaging is sick.
Yeah,
it's like a big ass box.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now, here's what's really funny. I don't know what they go for these days, but in the comic, oh fuck, I closed it. In issue 10, they had quite the fucking deal. Okay, like the front of it says how much. And Leo is the first to come out. We have some of the limited edition cold cast Leonardo statues that we are able to offer you at a reduced price. The statue comes with a certificate. The price for this truly awesome Leonardo collectible is just $125, postage paid. So back in 2003, they were selling these for $125. Well, that was the discount, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
What it was supposed to go for. Like initially,
how much did you say it was again?
125.
That sounds right. Yeah. there's one listed right now that is 400. It's Leonardo, and yeah,
Okay, so
it looks so good.
wait, so what year they came out in 2003? Let me see. I was gonna do some inflation calculator business.
Oh
You know what I'm
snap!
saying?
Do it. Math on the mic. You gonna risk it?
Not that bad. I'm going off a website. I'm not. I'm not like bringing out a slide rule for this shit or anything. So yeah. So $125 in 2003 is the equivalent of $220 now.
Okay, so there's another listing for
Like,
Leo for 800. So yeah, it's up there. It's
are
up
they?
there.
How tall are they? 12 inches tall?
I
Like how tall are they?
They should be. If my recollection is about 12 inches. Not including like the length of
I'm
their
not. I'm not
sword.
talking about. I'm not talking about what we did last night. I'm talking about like the figure.
You mean when we went to Subway? Yeah. Yeah. No. The the Eat Fresh. No.
I
No.
mean, yeah,
I
you could call it that.
from their turtle feet to their turtle head, I think is probably somewhere in 12 inches. But then there might like Leo's swords might, and then Mike's where you can see right here that his nunchuck might
It might
exceed that.
extend.
But I think the
I'm trying
turtles
to see.
themselves are.
I'm scrolling to see like any idea of scale, like any picture that would show me. There's a lot of pictures of them, but like, what would show me? There's one. Is this?
Let's
This
see.
is
There's a
on Reddit.
Michelangelo. This is
Oh shit!
what?
Oh shit! Okay.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
I saw a picture on Reddit.
Okay.
Like somebody 2 years ago saying Friday was a good day. I got one of my personal grails, and it has Leo. But the cool thing is, it's on a shelf, and it's surrounded by like the current figures. I think for like the 2012 cartoon and some of the Rise figures are like
Okay.
around it,
Yeah.
and you see how fucking big it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Um.
yeah, I mean, you could put a Thundercat on that bitch.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A Thundercat would totally fit.
Like, name them.
Yeah. You could
Like
probably fit all
anyone,
the Thundercats on there.
any any actual Thundercat.
Oh yeah. Hands
And
down.
yeah, now I recognize when you see pictures of them together, like all interlocked,
Right.
how that could be like that could be a centerpiece, like
Oh yeah.
100,
Oh
like
yeah.
of your collection, without a
Definitely.
doubt.
So yeah, I remember seeing
Wow.
it and being like, "Oh, I would like that." But at the time, I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm like 20 years old. I'm just now making
Yeah,
money."
I can't afford that crap.
Yeah, no, that's like 4 Christmases, if that.
Oh,
Um,
can you pull the comic back up really fast?
um,
'Cause I wanted to see Michael Dooney's thing at the end with the
oh,
covers
sorry, I thought it was the.
before we go.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go. This.
Yeah. So yeah, this is really cool. It says artist Michael Dooney. This issue's cover story, and it's really neat. It shows a lot of variants of the cover, like the one
Mm.
that we normally see on the bottom right, but then a bunch of variants. And he says, just as a short paragraph, he's like, "While I still prefer to do paintings by hand, even I can recognize when using the computer is a good idea. For this cover, I painted the main Nano Turtle bot in the background traditionally in acrylics on Masonite. That was scanned into the computer. In Photoshop, I added some
Huh.
Turtle-esque coloring on the nanos. Then I started cloning the legions." Um, exclamation point. Very nerdy. I ended up doing several variations along the way. I couldn't help myself. It still took a while, but the effect was worth it for this cover, Michael Dooney. Um, and it just seems like he was just like having a lot of fun on Photoshop, and he's like, bro, copy and pasting like my art over and over again is like fucking sick, and
Oh
he just had a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I really like the ones. I could see why they didn't choose them, but actually, the ones where it's more like they're standing as a legion,
Yeah.
those are sick. Like,
Oh
because
yeah.
on the cover, the cover we got, they're all kind of flat to you,
Yes.
but like these have them standing up like an army, and you just kept copying them into oblivion, and
Yeah.
it looks really cool.
It does. It does. That's neat. Yeah. That
Yeah.
had to have been wild being at the like because Photoshop was around before 2003, but like at 2003 is whenever you're like starting to see a lot more of the conveniences of Photoshop come into play. And that's really awesome.
What's really neat is you have a guy like Michael Dooney who's been doing shit with the Turtles since the 80s.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand that it's like almost been 20 years that Mirage has been making comics, and this guy is like, yeah, like I'm kind of old school. Like I like to do my paintings, but even I know Photoshop's the shit. And you're like, oh, that's neat.
And then now
because like it seems like guys like I know that guys like Chris Farley like really took it and ran.
Right.
And I don't know Chris Farley's like relative age to Michael Dooney. I don't know, or Eric Talbot. I don't know. Like I know they were all young when they started, but like Chris Farley really took it and ran. Remember, he even like had his own business doing like digital art. Remember that?
Well, I forget what it was called. But yeah, that rings a bell. But what's weird is thinking about how we are 20 years removed from this, like 22 years removed now. And that's wild. But
was I saying Chris Farley that whole time?
You were. I was trying to think. I don't think Chris was right, but I couldn't remember the
AC Farley.
I was like, okay, it's not the C. Probably.
You know what's fucked up? I did that. And there's no reason for this, by the way. I did this similarly. I repeated the name of Chris Farley like a few days ago.
Yeah.
When I was talking to Alicia. Oh my God. And I can't remember why, but it was like another person that had like a name that sounded like Farley at the end. And I kept saying, yeah, Chris Farley. And then she's like, yeah. And I asked the same question. I go, did I just say Chris Farley's name a ton of times? She goes, yeah. But I knew what you were saying. I'm like, what? You got to tell me.
No, well, I was trying to figure it out myself. And then I was like, well, maybe Ryan is right, but no.
No, you know what? I mean, we just got done earlier talking about how like I'm loud and wrong. I mean, you gotta watch out, man.
You gotta watch out. But sometimes I like to.
Now that I'm in my early 40s, dude. Like, I mean, I'm about to Biden out of here. You know?
Oh my lord!
Like, I'm about to sleepy Ryan out of this bitch. I'm about to be done. You know what I mean?
Well,
so like,
I think so too. I think I'm about to be there with you because it's getting
no, 100%. No, it is getting late.
But yeah. Well, I love this issue. I thought it was great. I think that all the beats were there. It was really awesome. It's kind of a harrowing issue, but I liked that it ended with a humorous kind of thing with the turtle nanobot. I think that was great.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that this is classic Mirage. This is classic Turtles and Laird. Like just great stuff.
Bringing that back, dude. That whoever the hell had the idea for Baxter was like in that like weapons room, and he's just like been there for 4 years, dude. Whoever came up with that's amazing. Like that blew me away. And what's really cool is, Baxter ends in that sequence. Like they don't just like keep that hanging. It just happens. And you're like, it's so shocking. It's like the classic. It's like a 2-part shock. It's shocking that he's there. Then it's shocking, or 3 parts. It's shocking that the story doesn't do what you want it to do. What you want to happen is Donnie goes down there and talks to, Baxter, and Baxter fucks with him, but then eventually Donnie finds a way to outsmart him.
Yeah.
And get the information out of him. Or maybe even go dark and like torture him until he gets the information out of him or something.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't get it, and then he blows Baxter away. And that's like a 1, 2, 3, like not what I was expecting.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
I love that. This issue was fire.
Absolutely.
This issue was just good.
Absolutely.
Really, really, really good.
Well, we want to know if that was what you were expecting. So
yeah, well,
did you see this coming? Did you know Baxter was in the old?
Did you think it was going to be like Ernest saves April? Like what?
Oh my goodness! If they made a bunch of Ernest nanobots, that would have been even better. And know what I mean? Vern? Like he's just going around saying that.
I don't know about that though, bro, because one Ernest running around fucks up shit, dude.
That's true.
Imagine dropping 900 to 1,000 to 1,000,000 Ernest nanobots in you. You might not survive the experience.
I don't. That's the end of the world. That's the apocalypse. That's just game over. I mean, hands down. But hey, that's just what we think. We want to know what you think.
Yeah,
so email
we want to know what you think.
Email us at turtlesoupshow@gmail.com and let us know what what you want us to come up with for a Ernest Turtles crossover, and let us know your thoughts on the book and really anything else Turtles related. We're more than happy to talk, and really
Absolutely.
anything. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about anything. But yeah, and then also head on over to turtlesoupshow.com, home of the internet. That's where our shows are posted. We should be everywhere you listen to podcasts now. So if we're not, let us know. We'll see what we can do to get there. And if on any of those platforms, if you can like, subscribe, do any of that helps out a lot. And then if you want to head on over to the Facebook group, we're still over there. It's kind of a desert land for, on the whole, but the Turtles group and other groups are still going. So that's kind of what Facebook's good for nowadays.
Yeah.
So there's that if you're interested. And then if you want to go to Patreon and throw some pennies our way, we sincerely appreciate it, and it means the world to us, and it helps us to keep afloat and keep from swinging from the old ceiling fans. So. Yeah, I think that's it. I know. Yeah, that was that got dark. That got dark. I know. I'm sorry. That got dark. But yeah, so we should try.
He means like a swing, like that like when you install a swing from your ceiling fan, which is a comical thing, like Ernest would do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I must
swinging
have
from the ceiling fan. It's kind of like. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
That's dangerous.
That's what I meant.
That's not made to be put a swing on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's totally what I'm glad you understood what I meant. So all right. Well, we should be back probably one or two more times. We're going to do our best to be back before the end of the year. But we're not making any promises, but I think we can safely say we will at least see you one more time. But we're getting there. The gears are turning. We're greasing them up. We're doing all this fun stuff. Well, one time. And so, we got things in the percolator. And so thanks again for watching and listening and tuning in and all that fun stuff. And until next time,
Absolutely. Else time.